Hi Change Checkers, and welcome to our latest newsletter.
So today we're going to dive into the numismatic news for the month of August, including the latest commemorative coin releases and an exciting circulation announcement.
Yeah, there was indeed exciting news, so keep watching to find out more about that. And 2 brand new UK coins were issued, of course.
Yep, you're right, so there's a lot to cover, so let's get into it. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Kate, and this is your Change Checker newsletter for August. Now, we've been waiting for the next Gruffalo 50p ever since it was announced back in May in the Royal Proclamation, and it was finally issued in August.
Yeah, I think we've all been really excited to see this one. I certainly have been so excited because those 2019 coins were just some of the most popular 50p's that we've ever seen. So to now have another 50p released, and of course this one is celebrating the 20th anniversary of the Gruffalo's child.
Yeah.
I think it's just been so well received by collectors and by fans of the Gruffalo books as well.
Definitely. Now this one features the Gruffalo's child and the mouse from that best-selling sequel to the Gruffalo, and the design is based on the moment where they actually come face to face. So the Gruffalo's child finally meets the mouse, and the mouse says he can summon the big bad mouse.
A great scene in the story. But I've got a question for you, Kate. How many toes does a Gruffalo have?
Well, they're meant to have 4, aren't they?
Correct. Now, I think eagle-eye collectors out there will already spot the issue that we have now with this 50p. So it's been noticed that actually the Gruffalo's child and her footprints in the snow only show 3 toes.
Yeah.
So could there be some sort of design error on this coin?
Well, it makes for an interesting story, and obviously things like that only go to make coins even more sought after by collectors.
Yeah.
I mean, you just take into account the H.G. Wells £2
Yeah.
that was the 4-legged tripod. Obviously tripod is meant to have 3 legs.
Yeah.
So it's just design quirks like this makes it something special as well.
Yeah.
Whether it was on purpose or not, we don't know.
No, exactly. And I mean, it could be partially because the toes were hidden in the snow,
Yeah.
but the fact the footprints
are
then only
quite
show
clear.
3.
Yeah.
So have a look at the coin if you haven't seen it already. See if you can count those toes and spot, is it an error? Is it meant to be? Obviously, this coin is really interesting regardless of whether or not there's an issue with the design. We absolutely love it,
Yeah.
and I'm sure you guys will too. So this month, the Myths and Legends £5 series has come to a close as we had the 6th coin to be released in the series. This one was dedicated to Little John, who was of course Robin Hood's right-hand man.
Yeah, so Little John, obviously Robin Hood's chief lieutenant and second in command of the Merry Men. He was known to be tall and strong, sometimes depicted up to 7 foot tall, which is of course how he gained his ironic nickname of Little John, because he was anything but little.
Absolutely. Now this is the 3rd coin in the Robin Hood series, but as I said, the 6th coin in the Myths and Legends series. We've had the Arthurian legends and the Legend of Robin Hood as well, and now combined we have a complete series of 6 coins. So a really great collection for anyone that has been adding each of those coins as they go along. We now have the final one to complete it all.
Yeah, perfect. The reverse design was by Jodie Clark, and it shows Little John standing amongst the trees of Sherwood Forest and his quarterstaff in hand. Now, did you know Little John was known as the master of the quarterstaff?
Ooh.
That was his weapon, and him and Robin Hood actually met not as friends, but actually as enemies. They were trying to cross a branch and they fought it out, and then they said, you know what, no one's going to win, let's just work together.
Oh,
and that's where their friendship started.
That's so good.
Yeah.
What do you think would be your weapon of choice if you were in the Sherwood Forest in the days of old?
I don't know. I think bow and arrow.
I was going to say bow and arrow. Actually,
Yeah, I quite like the idea of when they perch in the trees and they get people. Like on the Robin Hood and
Maid
the
Marian.
Maid Marian.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
they're
one's
both
really
keen
good.
archers. So yeah, nice one in addition to this series, I think.
Yeah, I think all of them have a really action-packed design, don't they? So,
definitely.
Like I say, really good to have them all together now. And if you want to find out more, you can head over to our blog.
Now, we always love when there's a new coin entering circulation, as it means the hunt is on to find it in the wild. And of course, that is what change collecting is all about.
Absolutely, and there's been a real buzz about this new coin. Had to say it. The new B1 has in fact entered circulation, so we've been incredibly excited to hear that news. And we've been trying to hunt one down, but we've not found a single one yet ourselves,
Not
have
so
we?
far, no. We've been phoning post offices, and we even opened it up to you guys on Facebook asking where you'd found them, and we had answers saying people had found them in North London, the Wirral and Leeds as well, but nowhere down south it doesn't seem.
Yeah, we've been struggling to find it, but it is always exciting when new ones go in circulation. It really is the chance chance to get out there and check your change and go on a bit of a coin hunt to see what you can find. Of course, we've not seen a different design of the £1 coins since the new 12-sided. I say new, it's not new anymore, it's been 2017. But
yeah,
it still
exactly.
feels like
it feels new because
different.
there hasn't been a change in so long. And this is obviously the second design from the new UK coinage set. So we had the salmon 50p, which entered circulation end of last year, and now the B. So when will the next ones go in?
Yeah,
will they? We don't know.
Yeah, I really do want to see all of them in our change because they're just so different from the definitive coins that we see from the Royal Shield and from the Britannia. So I think it'd be really nice when you could start building up a full collection of those different coins. But I guess the question will be, what would the date be on all of these coins? If some of them go in later this year, are they going to be 2024 dated? Are they going to still be 2023 dated when they first struck?
That is very interesting.
Will it even be next year and be 2025?
Who knows? Well, the people who were commenting pictures of the ones that they'd found, it seemed to be 2023 on those.
That's really interesting.
So if they were true circulation ones, perhaps they're still dated 2023. But like you say, if ones go out later in the year, perhaps they'll strike more to be dated 2024. So that's an interesting thing to look out for. So check the obverse and also the micro engraving on the reverse to see what date, if you find one.
Absolutely, because at the moment the only way that you can get a full set of 2023 dated coins is of course buying the collector set, and it has that special privy mark. So it does mean it's extra special compared to the ones you find in your change, but it will be interesting that we probably won't be able to get a full set of circulating coins with the same date on if they're going to be released over different times.
Yeah, especially with the news that no new 1p or 2p coins were ordered this year. So that likely means that those aren't going to go into circulation. So bad news for the dormouse and the red squirrel.
I know, because they're some of the favourite ones, aren't they?
I know.
Yeah. I think overall though, the B was voted the top one amongst change
It
checkers.
was the most popular, and it's iconic.
Absolutely. I think a worthy one to be going into our change. So make sure you're looking out for the B £1. If you do find it, go ahead and let us know, because we really want to know whereabouts they're popping up. We're going to be keeping our eyes out as well and doing a bit more of a coin hunt to see if we can find the B £1. But hopefully you guys will be lucky and you'll find one soon.
And if you want to find out more about the whole new UK coinage set, there's a link in the description box to our blog.
Now, every 3 months we update our scarcity index, and this lets you guys know exactly how scarce and sought after the coins in circulation are, and you can find out which ones in your collection are the rarest, the most sought after, the ones that people are looking out for.
Yeah, because it does change. And our scarcity index uses the coin's mintage figure, but it also combines that with how many change checkers have listed a coin as being in their collection and the number of times a swap has been requested on our swap centre. So it does all the work, and it tells you which ones are coming out on top. Of course, there are a few non-movers, like the Kew Gardens 50p always remains top of the 50p index.
No surprise there.
No, and the Northern Ireland Commonwealth Games £2 is at the top of the £2. But there is some movement elsewhere in the lists.
So in line with the summer of sport, we've actually been having some of the Olympic 50p's moving around quite a lot on the index. So it's definitely worth looking out for those ones on the 50p index, as well as checking out the changes to the £2 and 10p indexes, as they are all now published and updated.
Yeah, so head over to our blog, there's a link in the description, and you find out exactly where your coins rank. Well, what a month August was, with 2 brand new commemorative coins issued and the news of that new coin to look out for in circulation.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a great month for collecting, but I do have to say, I think my favourite coin of the month, maybe even the whole year, has to be that Gruffalo's Child 50p.
Yeah, I do love that one, but I think I have to be most excited about the B £1 that's entering circulation. Trying to track that down has really been an adventure. And if you manage to find one, do comment below letting us know where it cropped up.
Now, don't forget that you can find out more about everything that we've talked about today by clicking the links in the description box below.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any future videos from us. And you can also listen to us on the go with the Change Checker podcast, which is available on all major streaming platforms.
Now, thank you so much for watching and for listening, and we will see you all next time when we'll be reporting on the month of September.
Bye.